NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Eagles and the Packers, and it comes your way next.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our featured team here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late, so maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw into the hands of Cobb. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. And again, it's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Watson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. off this first drive. They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Jones, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return, Boston Scott. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Minshew. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Now they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it, and they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 29, Rodgers. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Finding room to the 20. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now he's got it. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary.
And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. Brandon Graham has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. The second will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. To try again after the sack. Minshew. Under pressure. They got him again. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Here's Minshew. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Preston Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Minshew. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jared Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That swung out wide to Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 29, Rodgers. Open man, Amari Rodgers, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Rodgers now on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, the left side completion to Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The give is to Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now Rodgers. Got a man able to find Rodgers. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. That's complete to Cobb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Rodgers to throw once more. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Boston Scott on a return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Minshew, 1st and 10. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Minshew. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Minshew sets to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. The Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin with a matchup of the 2 preeminent NFC teams of the 1970s. Minnesota heading south to take on Dallas. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. 2 touchdown passes for Kirk Cousins there. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. A touchdown pass for Trevor Lawrence. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. A touchdown run there for Antonio Gibson. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that...
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
These 2 teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Out of the gun now on third down. And Sanders has got it complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew throws this one right side to Pascal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Now Minshew. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Minshew's throw complete there to Smith. And down inside the 15 he goes.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega right side. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 17-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. Able to avoid him at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Pascal, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive 7 plays in length. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
First down and much more here for Jones. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's go!
And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to will step aside. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rodgers again now. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are back within a score.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
The point after is good, and the lead is down to a field goal. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result, a Green Bay score. And here's Scott to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles send out their punter now. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the 1st. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the 1st down. Off play action, it's Minshew. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and supporting. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are right back in this football game. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A give to Jones. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. Looking to throw it, Minshew. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. It'll be Minshew again. That's into the hands of Pascal. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Here's Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now a first down carry by Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And that's going to be incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time. Yeah,
because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 31-28. A little over a minute to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Able to find Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Back to throw. Rodgers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had